Round one, fight!
I got a question for you, Judge, if I could.
Yes, sir.
Because I would hate for any listeners, and particularly feminists, to misinterpret your comments earlier on Queen Mother Harriet Tubman.
I don't give a goddamn about feminists. They can go straight to hell, and I know they hate themselves because they got two X chromosomes instead of an XY. They are fraudulent, self-hating, and they're sick.
Well, I also wanted to clarify for me as well, Judge, because I know you had mentioned Thurgood Marshall, Dr. King, Frederick Douglass, and I just wanted to clarify with you that your comments were not suggestive of saying that by doing a Harriet Tubman movie that somehow undermined the works of those great male leaders, because that's what it kind of sounded like.
No, it doesn't. But the objective is, I've heard it from the Hollywood sources I have. These feminists are trying to do this movie so they can get a black woman put on a $20 bill. And they have no interest in this movie is to soften the public up to the idea of taking a black woman who frees slaves by leading them to freedom and getting her or another one like her on a $20 bill. They can't get a white woman, so they want a black woman. They don't care. They just want a woman, and it downs masculinity. Now, everybody on a bill is not a dead president. Don't forget Ben Franklin. He was never a president, so that's plenty of precedent to put in somebody black who was never a president. Like, let's say if we want to go back to the 19th century, like all of the rest of the people are on there, died off in the 19th century or the 18th century. We've got Ben Franklin, so we can have Frederick Douglass.
But you see, I mean, do you?
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, but you don't have a problem with a black woman, and in this case, Harriet Tubman, being memorialized in whatever way that comes. You don't have a problem with that, do you? Or do you have a problem with
I got a big problem if it's on a bill before they put a black man's face on one. I have a big problem with that.
Why do
because
you have a problem
historically,
with a black
the status
woman?
of an ethnic group is determined by its men, not its women. And that you put a black woman on there before a black man is insulting to the black race because you're saying the men ain't worth a damn. Put a woman up there first.
I disagree,
well,
Judge. I disagree. I don't think
And the other
putting
thing is
Harriet,
black male leadership.
Honoring a black woman
need
does
to
not
lead the black race by saying impose your sense of responsibility on motherhood and start raising some decent young men instead of these little monsters that you have running around the house where you don't want to have a father involved with them. Start being real mothers and pay attention to it. That's what honoring
a black woman, Judge, how is that an insult to black men? I don't understand that.
Because if they had a black man on there, it wouldn't be. But if you put a black woman first, that's an insult to black men. Harriet Tubman rescued 250. She rescued maybe 250.
She rescued more than that, Judge.
Well, it may be, but there were black men that did something better than that, too. There's one that's down here featured at a house going into North Memphis here, where they had an underground railroad, and the brother got several thousand black slaves to freedom. Okay. But they don't even commemorate him, and you can't even learn about it.
But Judge Joe,
you happen to walk in that monument.
But wouldn't you
what
agree?
The hell they don't think they want to do it because you led somebody to freedom?
Judge,
why don't they get the trouble?
Judge, wouldn't you agree that Frederick Douglass, Dr. King, and Thurgood Marshall have all been exceedingly more celebrated and remembered in both black history and American history than Queen Mother Harriet Tubman? They need to put them on a bill and show respect. They've got a homicidal maniac, Andrew Jackson, on a $20 bill. They've got a non-president, Benjamin Franklin, on a $50 bill. They've got Grant
They've got every Calvin Coolidge on the damn bill, too.
Douglas and King have been written about more than any other black hero in American history. Why not give
and I remember,
why not give black women their opportunity, Judge?
I don't
why
care.
Not give,
you put a black man on there first, because the thing of it is, they are not going to lynch. They are not going to generally lynch black women. They'll rape them, but they'll lynch the black men.
If they would have caught Harriet Tubman, they would have lynched
the daughters.
If they would have caught Harriet Tubman, they would have lynched them.
They go in and deal with getting rid of the men.
If they would have caught Harriet Tubman, they would have lynched the judge.
Stand and deliver, sacrifice self, be the last in the damn lifeboat when the women and children get in there first. You put a black man on the corner.
I hope you're not.
Okay.
I hope you're not.
I'm sorry. There's no way you can convince me.
I hope you're not a male chauvinist, Judge. I hope you're not a male chauvinist.
I am a male chauvinist.
Radio, DJ, One Nation, One Station.
Hey guys, what's up? This is Valerie Denise Jones. Yes. I was just as appalled as you are. Really, truly, I was totally flabbergasted, totally taken aback. Dr. Umar Johnson versus Judge Joe Brown. Who would have thought it? Who would have thunk it? But it happened. All right, so what you heard was just a snippet, just a preview of what's to come, because here in a bit, I am going to upload the full first half of the show. The show airs in two parts, part 1 and part 2, and I will only be placing part 1 on this platform, and then I will leave a link down below in the description so that you could click on it and listen to the full episode. The full episode is about 2 hours long, so I don't want to inundate, you with a lot of information. So just click the link if you're interested. And also, if you're confused, just meet me down in the comment section. Leave your questions, and I will do my best to answer as many of them as possible. Dr. Umar Johnson will be joining us next Friday to debunk a lot what was said during the show, because we had police on the line, activists, there were a lot of people, and things really truly got out of hand towards the end. So he's going to come back to clear up a lot of things, and I hope that you will join us. Again, I'll see you down in the comment section, and I think that's it. Talk soon.
King